What's up, guys? Brian back to talk about The Walking Dead most hated characters, worst characters, ones you love to hate, the ones you dislike, the ones you despise, anything you want to say about them, but terrible characters on the show for various reasons. We got our top 10 honorable mentions, everything there too. But first, I want to talk about the Walker Stalker Cruise, and Michael Traynor, Nicholas, was asked this question.
Hi, my question's for Nicholas. How does it feel to be the most hated character on the show? You almost killed Gint.
Yeah, no, for the while, I know people are very kind now, but for a while there was a lot of vitriol heading my way. Like, people were like, man, I fucking hate you. Just across the board, you know? I remember the first time I was back home as they started airing, and my mom and I were at the store, and this guy in the next aisle is like, I can't get over it. And I was like, oh, excuse me? He goes, I cannot get over it. You look just like that asshole in The Walking Dead. And my mom was so excited that I was getting recognized. She goes, tell him, honey, tell him. I was like, I am that asshole on The Walking Dead. He goes, oh my God, it's the asshole! Like, really loud, the whole store. Like, oh, what asshole? What asshole's that? It was a Walmart on Maui, and that's all everyone's like screaming at the checkout stand. I was like, it's the asshole! And I was like, okay, great. This is my lot in life for the next few months. But it was exciting. It was kind of a strange and cruel confirmation that I did my job, you know? I wasn't hired to be cuddly. But now it's amazing, like, you know, this show is so powerful in that people invest so much of their hearts into the story, the fan base and those doing it, that the second there was a glimmer of redemption in Nicholas, like, people just embraced that so openly and so fully. And it's true, when he did eventually die, there was so much sadness. And I liked him. I wanted him dead in the past, but now I liked him. And so that was really lovely. But it was great to be hated, man. Thank you.
Hated and forgiven.
Hated and forgiven. No,
That's the best you could ask for. That sounds like a true TV show.
Yeah.
Hated
and forgiven.
All right, there you go. Michael Traynor, Nicholas asked that question. I thought it was great on the Walker Stalker Cruise. But number 10 is Ed Pelletier, terrible person, scumbag, you know, abuser of Sophia and Carol. Terrible. Glad he didn't make it out of season 1, but he has to be on the list for terrible because he's a worst character. Really just a bad person in general. Number 9 is Alan. Who the hell's Alan? Alan was on Tyrese and Sasha's group that got to the prison, then at Woodbury, and whatever, had the son in the back there. Was terrible, wanted to take over the prison, wanted to be this, and was just not a good character, not a good guy on there too. Was just kind of some guy you hate on the show. Number 8 is Dawn Lerner. Dawn Lerner was the cop, the person running Grady Memorial there, but let her cops kind of do whatever they want. They protect you. They do this, they do that, run a crazy thing, and then when you kill a character, you're definitely on this list. You killed Beth. The people loved Beth. And she's going to be on here because she was terrible and responsible for stuff that really didn't have to occur. She didn't have authority over her cops. Number 7 is kind of a controversial one, but Enid. A lot of people don't like Enid. A lot of people said that they don't like Enid. Myself, she's okay. She doesn't really bring much to the show besides someone for Carl to talk to. And got in the way kind of with the love triangle with Ron and Carl, you know, gave Maggie the haircut or whatever, I guess. But overall, she doesn't bring too much of the show, and people definitely hating on Enid, so I just had to put her in the list too. And again, making the top 10 is terrible because there's a lot of tough characters. Nicholas, number 6, he's definitely worse than Enid for sure. How he almost killed Glenn, tried to kill Glenn, killed Noah, was a terrible, idiotic character on the show. I mean, like I said, Michael Traynor's a cool guy. You met him on the cruise and everything, but they just did a lot of stupid things with them going out and killing Noah, basically responsible for killing Noah with the whole revolving door. Definitely gets him on the list too as a terrible character. I just think he was terrible. Number 5 is, who could it be? Halfway there, the Governor. I think Governor is terrible. The Governor. Philip, Brian, whatever his damn name is on the show in there too. He just did a lot of crazy things. You know, in the comic he's far worse, but just on the show, he just was power hungry there too. And, you know, it wasn't bad enough that he caused all these problems, killed his whole group, did all that, you know, but had to take the tank and ruin the prison or whatever, and it was great when Michonne killed him. It was great, but ultimately the Governor is definitely halfway in the list because there's a couple worse people than the Governor, it's sad to say. Number 4 is Pete. Pete was just not as bad as the governor overall and the leader of anything, but you just hated that guy, you know. He was an alcoholic. He was a terrible person. He was beating his wife, beating his kids. And then I said, when you kill somebody, you're definitely on this list. And you killed Reg unnecessarily, going after Rick and causing problems there too unnecessarily. Didn't have to do any of that. Didn't have to go out there at the council meeting or the town meeting or whatever. So Pete, number 4. Number 3, people get mad how I say his name, but Dwight, how do you say his name? Dwight, whatever. But I can't help how I say it, but he is a scumbag. He's going to probably turn it around from the comic stuff, but ultimately he killed Denise, shot Daryl, causing problems for everybody, and it's kind of terrible transition there too. So Dwight, number 3. Number 2, I know everyone's going to hate her, Andrea. Andrea is terrible. She is definitely one of the worst characters on the show. In the comic book, she's far better, but, you know, it didn't feel like... And the sad part is that she was supposed to be around for 8 seasons of that. Check out that video if you want to know more about her. But just the simple fact that she should have killed the governor on multiple attempts. She was terrible. She caused so many problems. She was annoying. She was just... Something about her is just always kind of annoying, but she should have killed the governor right there. So what the heck's going on with that too? So I got honorable mentions. Well, dishonorable mentions, that's for sure, for the terrible list. Father Gabriel, now I know he's turned it around in season 6, but he was terrible earlier on. Spencer, an annoying little bitch, especially seeing the season 7 trailer. He's going to be even more annoying, causing more freaking problems. Sam, I know he's a little kid, but he's freaking annoying, especially in this whole section here. Whole part of it there too. Gregory, for sure, annoying, smaller part, but just terrible with Maggie, couldn't stand him. Gareth, another scumbag that ate Bob, definitely had problems with all that too. And Dale was just super annoying, didn't do anything in humanity person, just got annoying after a while to myself. So those are the dishonorable mentions. And number 1, I think you all agree, Lori Grimes. Yes, Lori was the pain in the ass, never happy, couldn't find Carl early on, and just terrible. Look at that resting bitch face in the comics there too. She did a great part. She did a great thing. I mean, she was the bitch that caused problems between Shane and Rick problem going on there too. But in the comics, she dies and Judith dies. She died on the show, but Judith's still alive. And early on, I know we wanted this to happen. Father Gabriel on her body to get killed, her protecting Judith. But what are your top 10 guys? Like, share, subscribe, and let us know. And as always, thank you.